going on, everyone? Welcome back to another week of Half Circle Back. I've got my host with me, co-host, co-person, other dude on the mic, 4H Tim. What's going on?
What kind of fucking intro is that for me?
It's an intro. Take it or leave it.
You're a hoe. You know that?
Nah, man.
You're a whole hoe.
Anyways, what you been up to, man?
Been working. Been playing Rose. We've been on the Rose grind. You know, we run the mirror sets every night, just about. Besides last night.
I was about to say not every night, but
well, for the most part, we've been playing. We've actually been playing very consistently, which is nice for a change. What else? That's pretty much it, man. Just been grinding some Street Fighter, playing like full time again. You know,
okay.
Living life.
Prepping for anything, man?
So I have a. Oh my god, this dog! I have an online tournament coming up this weekend. So for my state, so I'm trying to win that.
Okay.
So that's the goal. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, let's try to win this. Get this bread.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? And that's it. So yeah, try and get back into swing of things, playing competitively. So, what about you, man? What about you, man? When are you coming back to the online circus, man?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like with me in hitbox, I feel like some days I play and I'm like, man, I really feel like I'm like pretty close to what I used to be able to do, and then something stupid will happen, and it's like, oh boy, I guess still got some work. But I will say, in the time that I've been playing it, definitely noticed improvements. It's still going to take some time. It's like I always have to ego check myself and be like, well, look, buddy, you played on stick for over 10 years. Everything's second nature at this point. So you got to develop muscle memory on a completely different thing, and use your hands like you didn't have to use before. So it's like it's a little different, but yeah, I'm there's definitely some things that I feel like I do way better on hitbox compared to stick, but
Yeah.
there's still things that I do way better on stick than I do on hitbox. So it kind of is what it is on that. Outside of that, man, same old stuff. Playing Street Fighter. What else have I been doing? So I've been really big into this music podcast that I've been listening to lately. It's so the name of the show is What Had Happened Was, and it's a podcast that Open Mike Eagle does. And
I've seen that podcast. Like
yeah,
around, yeah.
So I'm like really big into music, and the thing I like most about it is kind of finding the stories behind everything. So there was like one season where they had Prince Paul, which I don't know if you know who Prince Paul is, but
Yeah, I know he is.
So he kind of went through. He's got a huge career if you think about it, because between he produced the first 3 De La Soul albums. He had he was in Stetsasonic, which is a early '80s or not early, late '80s hip hop group. He had Handsome Boy, Modeling School. He was part of Grave Diggers. He's got a huge career. But anyway, it's been kind of interesting, kind of going through that stuff and kind of seeing how everything was made, kind of what they were thinking at the time, and kind of getting the stories behind stuff. So that's the first season. And the second season, he's had LP on, and he kind of went over his first 2 albums, the stuff with Company Flow. He talks about producing the Cannibal Ox album, which is one of my favorite albums of all time.
Company Flow was like with him and oh my god, ASAP Rock, right?
No. Company Flow was that was like the first rap group. It was him, Big Justin, Mr. Lynn was a DJ.
Okay.
But that was like one of the like huge, well, not huge, but it definitely, I don't know. It's like I guess it's like an underground hip hop kind of cult classic. But yeah, I've been like digging into those, man. It's just super sick, and it gets me inspired to like talk about music in like a podcast form. But I don't know, I just don't really I don't really know how I would want to approach doing something like that, but it's given me a few ideas as of late. So, but
Well,
yeah.
look, I got one for you. If we want to venture off, you know what I'm saying? Here's the name of here's the name of the podcast. Do they have bars? You know what I'm saying?
Uh,
Do they have
I
do they
don't
have
know about
bars?
that.
Do they really? You don't want to have that discussion?
Yeah, I don't know if that's the type of surface level thing I want to do, but hey, look.
Well, look, that could be a segment. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
But
But I thought LP was in a group at one point with ASAP Rock, like early 2000s or whatever. Or am I
not really. I
mistaken?
mean, he was part of like he was part of a collective called the Weathermen, and that
There you
had
go. There you
Aesop
go.
Rock. I had a bunch of people. Tame One, Copyright,
Okay.
Cage, uh, Kamuteo, like a bunch of people.
Okay. Like
Uh,
I knew there was something. I just look my music. I guess like underground music for me back then. Like I didn't have like much access to it. I think the only thing I had access to was like MF Doom as a kid, and I was just randomly browsing through like Windows Media Player. Like you remember like the search engine that had it right, or you like search music at some point, or no?
you
I'm
might
not
be talking
good.
about Winamp, maybe. I don't remember
No,
it.
no, 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 no. So like it had like so Windows Media Player had like this random search engine in it where you can look up music videos and you play music videos in it. And so like that's how I came across like Mad Villainy was because I was literally in school one day like man I don't feel like doing this fucking work. Oh, let me try to find some music on Windows Media Player or something like that. It was some Windows Media thing that I
I was
had
about to
there.
say I didn't even know that was a feature, but then again, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can't remember. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just
Oh
don't
no,
remember.
oh no, it was a thing though. It was a thing. I promise. I promise. Because
I believe you.
I can't tell you how many times I watched that. Oh, what was that one fucking Outkast song? It's when they had the double albums. It was Big
Uh,
Boy song. Oh my god.
it was Speaker Box and Love Below was a double album.
Yeah, it was a double album. Oh my god, it was. Hold on. Now I got look. Now we're venturing off, and now I gotta look this up. Ghetto Music. That's what it was. I didn't even look it up. Ghetto Music. And
Oh,
I
that was like
remember.
the second single off that album, off his album, I guess, Big
Yeah,
Boy's album on that.
yeah. I remember now because I was like,
Song
oh
was
shit.
also in the Madden game.
Yes, it was. It was. Oh, that was the second. That was the second single off of that.
Yeah, the first one was Way You Move.
I remember that.
Yeah, oh, that
Oh
was the second
wow,
one. Yeah.
really? That's crazy.
Well, second for Big Boy. I don't,
Yeah.
I don't remember the order of which, because
They came. Oh yeah, they flip flopped. I remember Andre's. So Andre had Hey Ya. Then he had Roses,
Roses and
and then
Prototype.
a Prototype. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny enough. It's funny enough, right? I remember his singles, but I like Big Boys. I like Speaker Box more than Love Below. But I mean, I like Love Below, but it's just like I was definitely feeling Speaker Box more.
Yeah, I'm kind of half and half on both of those albums in general. I'm not super crazy about either. But at the time it was released, I just wasn't feeling it, Like
Yeah,
I expected so much out of both of them, and I felt like I didn't get what I wanted out of either of them, so it was just kind of like, eh. I mean, they got some joints, but
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe one day I'll give both of them a full deep dive again and see if my
Feel like
feelings change on them.
I was like, damn it, we're getting off topic. I feel like Love Below maybe if it was released during this time, I think it would have been. I think it would have been solid. I think it would have been like. I think people will be talking about it still, right? If it released like during this era, right? Just because of like how artists like Kanye and who else put like Kid Cudi like put those type of albums like those emotional filled
I mean, you
love.
could also make the argument that those wouldn't exist if it wasn't for that album either. So it's like,
And you're absolutely right. You
yeah,
are absolutely right. So there you go. It's a good talk. Look, I just gave you like I'm just saying. Do you want to do it, man? Let me know.
we'll see. But but yeah. Anyways, enough bullshit, man. So we we're supposed to have a guest this week, but due to scheduling issues, we weren't able to do that. So they will be on next week. I know I teased it on Twitter that was going to be something good, but the surprise is it is a guest, and it's a pretty good guest in my opinion. So I mean, hopefully y'all will appreciate it. But yeah, that episode will be out next week. But this week, I guess we're going to do a little bit of catch up and just kind of talk about some of the past events that have happened over the last couple weeks. So the first thing we were going to touch on was last Saturday was Red Bull LCQ, Red Bull Kumite LCQ, which is for the UK players. And I mean, they had a pretty decent size bracket, you know, a lot of the killers that you would expect. I'm Still Daddy, Shax, Pax, Affy, who else? Broski. I mean, pretty much anybody in EU that's a killer that wasn't already in Red Bull Kumite kind of registered. So, for top 8, what do we have? Starting at 7th, we had MQS with Fong, Shivs, which I assume Shiv was playing a little bit of Manat. I didn't see all of his matches, but Manat and Laura. You had Mystic, Mapulapo. Mystic plays, matter of fact, I forget to say, Mystic plays Sim and Poison. Super good Poison player for the most part. I don't see him play Sim as much anymore, but his Poison's pretty good. Mapulapu, who played Balrog at 5th. I'm Still a Daddy at 4th, playing Guile and Ed. I was trying to remember who he picked.
Hey, it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice to see him back up top again. You know.
Yeah, I mean he's I feel like he kind of pops up randomly, and I honestly forgot about him until he was on Capcom for the series that they have called.
Sets. Yeah.
Which he had a first attempt with MDZ Jimmy, which was super sick. That was a really good first attempt. So I'm Still Daddy at 4th, Broski at 3rd with Sim, and then 2nd is Bolt Strike with Vega, and first place Shaquille, aka Jones Arcade, taking it first place with Ken. So that was a bit of a surprise. I mean, and that's another player who, I mean, Jones had put in work, during CPT. I want to say like the last few years, but yeah, man, I forgot about him. You know, I didn't see much of him last year. I didn't see a lot of him in online terms, and he hadn't even really been streaming that much. But Mans came out and did his thing, man. Had really close sets in winners finals with Bolt Strike and in grand finals. It really could have went either way for both of them, to be honest. But Jones ended up taking it, man, with Ken. I mean, he's been playing Ken the entirety of Street Fighter V now. You know what I mean? And Ken's one of those characters where I wouldn't say he's really a threat, right? Like nobody really considers Ken a threat anymore. I mean, he's a decent character, but he's like one of the ones that you just kind of don't think about anymore because like he's been around for so long. You pretty much know the matchup, just about really playing on point and whether you got a good or bad matchup against him. So, but yeah, nice to see him. Nice to see him qualify.
Yeah, it's like Ken is one of those characters where it's like, hey, like I'm gonna flip this coin. Am I gonna win or lose? And I feel like Ken has to take a lot of risks, I guess, now in today's game.
I think he can still be played solidly to an extent, but yeah, you definitely have to have a little bit of rago, as the the EU would say. You gotta get a little crazy every now and then. But Jones is pretty solid. I mean, he didn't really go too crazy most of the matches I saw him play. He snuck a few things in here and there, but for the most part, man's played solid. So shout outs to him. So now for Red Bull Kumite, so I think we've got maybe 2 or 3 other players who are waiting to be announced. But right now we've got Idom, Smug, Problem X, Hurricane, Kawano, Taquito, Vega Patch, Mr. Crimson, Venom, Takamura, Oil King, Luffy, and Bonchan. Now there's a couple people who are missing that you would assume would be there, such as Punk. Right?
Yeah.
You expect Punk. I would say one of the birds, at least Angry Bird or Big Bird. right? They're both missing.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like Big Bird is gonna make it just because he's Red Bull, right? So
We could assume that, yeah.
yeah. So I think he'll be in there, or they both might be in there. So we'll see. I feel like you can't have a tournament like that without them, you know. So
Yeah, for sure, Punk. I don't see any
no, no,
scenario
no,
where
no, no,
Punk
no, no,
isn't
no,
in
no,
it.
no, 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 no. I'm not talking about Punk. There's some
No, well, I
other.
mean, I'm just saying,
No,
what
no.
you don't think Punk's gonna get invited?
I thought you said he's retired.
I mean, he's not competing in CPT, but
Oh yeah, I guess.
and actually, I take that back. He did say he was going to compete in CPT. I forgot about that.
Oh, he went back.
So you didn't hear the story when he played Idom on sets.
No, I missed that one actually.
So apparently there's a mod in his chat that bet him that if he won CPT that she would go on a date with him. So in order to do that, he's like,
Oh,
I'm gonna train hard and I'm gonna try and win CPT East.
fuck out of here.
Look, man, I respect it. I respect it, man.
Hey, I guess.
Oh, you act like you wouldn't do that?
No, it wouldn't.
Oh, okay.
It wouldn't.
That says a lot about you, Tim.
It does. Man, a character.
Is that character also based on winning tournaments?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Fuck boy.
Uh,
No, no,
uh,
no, 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 no. Look. I get it. I would do it. I'm not going front. I'll do it. If
see,
she was like, if Rihanna was like, hey Tim, I'll let you take me on a date across the world, I'd be like, yeah, let's do it. She's like, you gotta win Capcom Cup.
see what you really meant to say. Now it wasn't Rihanna; it was Sarah J.
No, 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 no. She's just there for those lonely nights. Look, man, she's the Memphis Grizzlies of porn. Like, I don't like. I won't even say the Memphis. I'll say like that 2008 to like 2012 Memphis Grizzlies. You know what I'm saying? Like, like that team with Zebo and everybody. That team was tough, man. They barely made eighth place, but
I thought
look,
we was gonna say like the '98 Bullets or something like that, where they got the AC just to get smoked. Actually, I want to say
look, the
the
Grizzlies didn't get smoked, right? The Grizzlies had defense, all right. I'm just saying, like, like, look, you down there with Zebo? Look, I'm telling you, man. Look, they get the job done. It ain't nice, it ain't pretty. Mark Gasol down there too with them. Look, I'm just saying. Just saying.
I started paying attention to basketball like
I,
early
I,
2000s. So you going over my head now.
you see, I see. Yeah. Look, I enjoy some basketball. You know what I'm saying?
Nothing wrong with that, man. I consider getting back
Something.
into sports, but I feel like it's too hard for me to keep up with everything and then still care about like fighting games and all that stuff.
You know what?
I
It's
gotta
crazy. Fighting games definitely takes up a
Fighting games
lot.
killed my enjoyment of everything else, to be honest. If I'm gonna be completely honest. But
Oh my god! Like I don't even know what games are hot, and I'm just like, man, I just be playing this random ass. Like I don't even know what game like
bro,
triple
I
A title.
forgot PS5 came out. I forgot
Bro,
Next Gen even came out.
I don't even like. I don't even want a PS5. I used to be like, oh, I gotta get a PS5. Now I'm just like, I get it when I get it.
Yeah, I mean that's how it was with me. Like I literally was like, oh, look, that was like the highlight of getting a good job. Was like, oh shit, I could just buy whatever I want when it comes out, and I'd buy like Xbox, yeah, Xbox 360, PS4, PS3, all that shit. And like now, I just don't give a fuck. Like I don't care. It was like when everything got announced, it came out. I was like, oh okay, cool. I'm not gonna buy it. I mean, there's nothing I want to play. But yeah, man, I'm so disconnected from everything. I forget when stuff comes out. Like I don't even know when new COD games come out. Like I'm not part of that wave at all anymore, man.
No, I know when they come out because they come out the same time every year.
I'm completely out of it now.
Like October, November, it's coming out that same time every year without fail. 2K every September 5th, that first week of September, always. Madden Mid-August, end of August.
I can't even tell you the last time I've seen a Madden game.
Hey, you got Xbox Game Pass? Go
Yeah.
ahead. Yeah, go ahead and let's play some Madden 21, bro.
I have to take a hard pass on that.
Wanna play some 2K?
I almost said something, but then I remembered I was recording.
Who was in Paris?
Anyway, so Rebel Kumite comes up in, I want to say 2 weeks. I think it is, looking at the calendar, I want to say it's the 22nd, 23rd. I might be wrong, but yeah, I want to say it should be next week then. So yeah, that'll be sick to watch. Be hyped to check that out. We'll see who the next few players are. But moving on, we had that same weekend we had Capcom Pro Tour Central America West 1, which I wasn't familiar with a lot of the players in here, other than a couple of the notables like Doomsnake, Kusanagi, and then the only other player that I remembered was Gamma, which was Cammy player. You had Hector, El Tigre, who is also tied for 7th. Chanteca is tied for 5th with Abigail. Andy Enigma, which that was kind of the sad part. So Andy had beat Kusanagi, which was, upset to me because I never heard this dude before. But he beat Kusanagi in top 16 to make top 8, and he had to DQ himself out of top 8. I think he was having internet issues. He had to go somewhere to try and play, but he was unable to connect. So man's literally got top 8 winners and had to DQ himself out the tournament, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Then you had, it says Uriel. There we go. That's the Urian. I was looking at it real quick. Uriel was at 4th. He was Urian. Zero Mech 7, 3rd place with Balrog. Kusanagi 2nd place with Sakura, and he played a little bit of Kage. He actually brought the Kage out for. He tried it against Zero Mech, and I think it didn't work. But that's how he ended up beating Grand Totokai. Yeah. I think Grand Totokai beat him, and then he ended up going with Kage, I guess, for the surprise pick. And I knew he played a little bit of Kage, but I didn't know it was like tournament ready. And he cooked up. He definitely cooked up.
Like Kage definitely came out for him when he truly needed him to come out. I think he did it again during top 8 as well, where he bust out the Kage and it worked out. But I can't remember against who. I want to say it was Uriel.
It was either Uriel or against Zero Mech, and maybe it didn't work against Zero Mech, but yeah, it might have been Uriel.
Yeah.
And then taking it first place was Gamma with Cammy, but Gamma's domination during the whole tournament was like, I've seen this dude in CPT stuff. Like he used to show up to some of the West Coast stuff, and he did okay, but it was just like he was solid. But like my man was playing on a whole nother level the whole weekend. Like he had dash checks that were super, like he was on point with his dash checks. His hit confirms was on point. His pressure was on point. He was playing like he wanted to win it, man. And you can see by the results. He cooked up, man.
Yeah. It was funny because he was talking about at the end of it, he was saying he didn't like playing online, so he said he had to pretty much force himself to play online and stuff like that. So just to get used to how online play is and everything, he would be asking people for sets, and then he said he would spend some time playing in ranked as well. But he said most of the time it was just him playing sets with other people, trying to get adjusted to playing online. Which I wish I had that mindset for that, because holy shit, I can't do it. I can't.
You could tell he was practiced, just his reactions, and and I don't know. I assume most of the connections were okay. I didn't see too many complaints other than a couple things here or there about some connection issues, but I didn't see anything super rampant about it. So I'm assuming most people were okay. So maybe the restructuring of how the regions were actually helped this time. But yeah, dude was reacting to dashes online. He was on it. You know what I'm saying? So shout outs to him though. And go ahead.
I must say, don't get me started on the whole restructuring of the regions.
Yeah, that's a whole nother discussion.
When it comes up, we will unload for that episode.
But yeah, so 2 camis qualified so far, Mago and him.
Yep.
And that really, I felt like that was the story going into CPT West, North America West, was, damn, are we gonna have another Cammy win this? I was like, I don't know. And then I was starting to think, I was like, well, what notable Cammies do we even have on the West Coast? And the only person I could even come up with was like Myers. That was it.
Yeah.
And my understanding is Myers has been kind of taking a break, for life stuff. And then I think he was having hand issues again. So it wasn't like going super hardcore, but he was just going to enter just to see how it went.
Yeah.
So I guess we can go ahead and roll into CPT West, North America West, which let me pull these up real quick. The one thing I did notice, there was no Snake Eyes.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder why he didn't enter. Like, I don't get it. I felt like he would have made top 8 free.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird though, right? I mean, he's probably one of the best players in that region, right? Like, you would think he would enter, but
I feel like he's always in like top 4 every CPT online. Or he's not even CPT online. Every time there's like a CPT or like a qualifying event on the West Coast.
Anytime there's something on the West Coast and he enters, he usually is like top 4.
Yeah. So it was weird. Even though this name doesn't probably make sense to have, but PR Barwog as well.
Well, he just had a child, literally this past few days ago. So,
really? Okay, never mind. He's done.
Yeah. So I get him not entering.
Yeah.
No 801 Strider either.
Yeah. Well, I think Strider's even said like he does not enjoy playing the game.
A fair point. Yeah, he did make a tweet saying he wasn't really he hadn't really been motivated since COVID. So that's understandable.
Yeah. Who else? Anybody else? You think?
That was really it for the most of the West Coast players. I did see, so Nunez is the birdie player that's from the West Coast, and he usually does pretty good at Wednesday Night Fights. He forgot to register, so he might have went pretty far, but for whatever reason, he missed it. So, but yeah, as far as like big names,
yeah,
I think that was it. Really? So going over the results, for top 8, we had Filipino Man 7th place playing Rose and Chun-Li. Mortzy 7th place with Thong. Chris CCH in 5th place with Sakura and Seth. Dankadias in 5th place with Dalsim and G. Commander Jesse at 4th place with Sim. I think he pretty much only played Sim in top 8.
Yeah, I don't think he pulled out Colleen at all.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. 3rd place we had Samurai with Ryu and Akuma.
With Ryu?
Akuma
Ryu?
mostly. And then I think he only brought out Ryu for a couple matchups. It was
he pulled it out against Commander Jesse.
Yeah.
It was Commander Jesse and then oh my god, he beat someone.
Chris CCH.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he lost to Chris CCH at first, and then he switched to Ryu, which apparently I didn't know was that bad of a matchup, but it's terrible matchup for Sakura apparently. So, that happened.
He lost to Ryu,
and he lost 2 games. He was down 2 games to Jesse with Ryu, and he switched to Akuma and brought it all the way back.
I'll get sad, by the way.
Yeah, no, I mean that whole top 8 had so many good matches.
Now, top 16, I think everyone was getting a O2. Besides, I think it was Stupendous and I think
it was probably Kita and Stupendous was 2-1. If I remember.
Yeah,
right.
yeah, that's the match. Yeah, that was the match. Yeah, then like Stupendous actually ended up playing Seth in that set.
Yeah, I mean, no way he would pick Geef in that matchup.
Come on.
Yeah,
I'm surprised he picked Geef against Mortzy in top 16.
I mean, it's
Is it
one
match
thing
for
that they
theft?
talked about, well, no, but I think the thought process is that Fong Geef isn't that bad. Or I think that's kind of what I've been hearing. It's like it goes back and forth where some Fong players say it's not that bad, then some Geef players will say it's okay, but it's not great. So maybe he just felt more comfortable. I mean,
Makes sense.
uh, and the other surprise, well, I don't really know if it's a surprise, but Mira ended up getting second, you know.
It's a
And I
surprise.
mean, I wouldn't say it's a surprise. Let me not say it's a surprise because like Mira's gotten top 8 in the last two CBT West events, I want to say. So she's definitely been cooking up, but I don't think anybody, well, maybe some people weren't expecting it, but uh I mean, man, that's she put
Her
on a
making it,
performance.
her making it this far. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, and she
But
had a read against Samurai, which was like I think it was V shift. She V shifted something and did dash up command grab, and it killed. And I was like, bro, I would have never had thought about her doing
okay,
that.
so you know what's funny? I've been seeing a lot more people online. So they get like a successful V break, but they won't do the whole thing. They have to do that. They dash up and just dash up to a button or something. I'm like, what are you doing? So is that the tech?
I don't really think it's the tech, but it's just kind of I guess because V shift is still new. People just haven't. They're just sometimes not expecting it. But yeah, that for the dub was like, man, that was crazy. I definitely was it's like holy shit, she actually did that. But yeah, unfortunately, you know, although she put in work, man, Dark Neff had to come through and really harness the power, man.
Yeah,
But nephew
nephew was
cooked up.
cooking. Yeah,
I he has man, I don't know, man. Like he's leveled up so much. I feel like, and it's probably partly due to him living with Punk. Uh, you gotta if you're a smart player, you're gonna level up playing somebody like that on a consistent basis, and you could just tell Nephew's gotten so much better over the last couple years. Like it's crazy, but I mean, I want to say Nephew only lost like 2 games the entire maybe it's either 1 or 2 games. I want to say the entire.
he lost one game,
That's crazy.
one game, and that was against Chris CCH.
Yeah,
So
like he really was cooking up, and yeah, it was fun to watch, man. I mean, I always appreciate his style. He's got like a I don't know. It's like I'm trying to figure out the way, like the way he plays. It's I like the way he plays in the corner. So like basically when he corners people, it's his cage style of like, okay, well I get the knockdown in the corner, I do a little bit of offense, and I back up, and then I wait, and then I either set something up or I approach and try and get to a range where I can whiff punish him. And he kind of does that over and over. But it's so fun to watch, man. Like that's the kind of style that I like to play.
yeah,
But he's so good at it. Yeah, so there was no Cammy. You know, we had
yeah,
a shot. We had Myers was in top 16,
yeah.
and he ended up losing to Jesse. I want to say, I think that's who he lost to. Let me go back.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah, he lost to Jesse.
Yes. Okay. I don't remember
Um,
very good. So
yeah, so he lost to Jesse. So no Cammy, but we had going in the top 16. The talk on Twitter was, "Yo, there's 3 Dawsons in top 16." And then that was the next one. It's like, yo, is Dawson gonna win his first CBT event since 2017? And that's what everybody was looking for, man. I would have been hyped. That's what I wanted. I wanted Sim to win, but I don't know, man. It would have been hard with nephew playing the way he was, even if we did get a Sim in grand finals.
yeah.
Man, nephew was playing on point. I don't know if they would have been able to do it. That's a tough matchup.
So I think another takeaway from like top 8, top 16 for me was watching Filipino man's Rose and like how clean he was playing her. Yeah, it was nothing fancy. Like it was nothing too fancy. It was just him controlling space, and like that
Yeah,
was it. And then like if he had a bad card, he was like. So remember how you was telling me like, yeah, after EX Fireball knockdown, You put soul punished and you throw the card or whatever. So what he was doing, if you got the knockdown from the EX Fireball, and if he had like a red or white card, he would switch the card instead to get the card he needed. Then he'd throw it out, and then he would start his like wall again, right? So
Yeah.
like that was something I was noticing, he's actually using V Trigger 1. Like no V Trigger 2. And like he's using V Trigger 1 just to purely escape out of situations.
Yeah, I think he had mentioned that he didn't want to do a lot of the lab work for V Trigger 2, so he's just trying to keep it simple with V Trigger 1 right now, which I think's fine. I mean, I think both the V triggers are good, so it's like it's not really a hindrance if you don't play V Trigger 2, but yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, there's definitely some more juice he could get out of V Trigger 2 as well if he wants to put the time into it.
Yeah.
Another
Well,
thing, oh, go
oh
ahead.
my god. No, I'll say I just like the utility he was like using for V Trigger 1. I really like. So
Another thing that I didn't expect was so I hate that he got cooked up when he got to top 16 because he put in work to get there was Rambro,
oh
Falk player.
yeah. Yeah, that's right.
So so he ended up having to beat to get to top 16 he had to beat Luigi, beat LCD and Sarah Blast. So he beat some pretty good players to get to top 16. But yeah, apparently, once he got to top 16, he got a good matchup in that. I think that I heard that Falk does pretty good against Colleen, but again, Nephew was just playing super good. And then he got put with a unfortunately terrible matchup against Sim. I
Yeah,
mean,
he
that
lost
matchup
to
got a little
Dusty.
bit better this season for Falk, but it's still bad. Like it used to be like easily Falk's worst matchup was Sim, but we got a little bit better, but yeah, still a bad roll on that. But I mean, look, maybe he enters the next one and we get to see him again. But that would have been nice to see him put in some work and make a top 8.
Yeah, yeah.
Um.
I don't
So
think of
yeah,
anything else that caught my eye.
yeah, I think that was really it for me, man. Those are kind of that, and then the Samurai matches, like seeing Samurai just come back against Jesse was like. And the thing that was so crazy about that set was I felt like he was laming out Dawson with Akuma. Like
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot. I think it was like maybe 3 time overs throughout that set.
the
Like,
way he plays that matchup is so crazy to me. I mean he's obviously he's a super patient player. That's just kind of how he is. But
yeah.
man, I feel like every other Akuma would have already killed himself and ran into a bunch of stuff. But like
Well,
he's
we would
literally
would have seen an EX Demon Folk.
yeah. I mean, no, there were some of those, but they were at times that were intelligent. It wasn't like, oh shit, well, I got to get in. Like my man was like taking all the time he needed, taking advantage of whatever life lead he could get, just using the space he had. Like a lot of smart play from him. So yeah, I mean, I guess that's all I have for CBT North America West. But what's the next one? Let me pull up the schedule. What do we have coming up? I feel like I think it's East
East Asia.
Asia coming up.
Yeah.
And
Ooh.
I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that infiltration's entering.
Ooh.
So
Ooh.
it might shake things up.
He's coming out the house now.
I mean, you ain't really got to come out the house for this. It's
That's
online, bro.
true. It's true. It's true.
You sitting in
But
the house.
you know what I mean. So
I mean, we'll
actually,
see.
right now they got 107 attendees. Right now, that could be more. Yeah, infiltrations in it. NL, Owen King, Gamer B, Hot Dog, Zhao Bao, Euro,
Okay.
Human Bomb. China's not getting their own one this year.
I guess not.
Oh, okay. Punko, which I just was watching him practice some Dan. Burnout Fighter. Who else? Diablo Doc. Ooh, that. Ooh, actually, I'm excited. I like watching that. That is sick. Do you know Kimchi? Oh yeah, just some notables right there.
So yeah, that should be good. I'll
It'll
be checking that out this weekend.
be a bloodbath. Can't wait. Oh boy.
Um, Other than that, just to wrap up, man, I guess we could just kind of go over the Intel World Up, and so that got So that was supposed to happen in early 2020 or something like that. No, it was like middle of it wasn't early 2020 got announced, and then it was supposed to happen in the middle of last year, right?
Yeah, like the middle of last year, like starting in May, so about the same time it was supposed to start.
And
But
obviously, COVID, the global pandemic happened, and it got pushed back. But I kind of forgot about it, to be honest. And then next thing you know, man, they came back out with the announcement last week, so it is back, and registration opens on the 15th for it. But yeah, there's a bunch of open qualifiers that people can enter, and what is it, 26 regions? Yeah, 26 regions. And yeah, I mean, this is what it was supposed to be. So as far as I could tell, structure looks the same. I don't really see any big differences from what they were going to do originally.
So I think they're not going to be using. Well, hold on. Let's not say that. I'm gonna not speak too soon, but I don't see anything about them using like the CFN tournament mode yet.
No, yeah, actually, it says they're going to use ESL Play, whatever. So I guess that's some
Gross.
web app or something like that.
Gross. Ugh.
So that's what they're going to be using to do the online tournaments as far as the
Uh,
bracket stuff. So
that's disgusting.
I mean,
It is what it is.
it'll do its job. It may not be as as user friendly as all the other stuff we have, but it'll be good enough. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Or it should be good enough. Let me say that.
Well, Greg, we gotta start practicing because one, make sure your kids don't have no games that day because it's on a fucking Tuesday.
Nice.
So we have 3 weeks. 3 weeks
Cool.
from today. So yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see you go to go to go to Tokyo. You know what I'm saying? If they say, "Hey, you got a
I'm trying
plus,"
to see you.
oh look, I'm not there yet. Like,
See,
give
you
me,
don't even
give me,
believe in
give,
yourself.
give me a couple qualifiers. I might be like the last one to
Man,
because
it's like
everybody. Cause,
qualifiers.
look, they're taking 8 players from the East. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, no,
Um,
yeah, they're taking 8 players. So 6 from like US East and 2 from the rest of NA, like NA East. So I'm guessing 2 people from Canada.
yeah, probably.
Yeah, but hey man, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Let me practice up. You know what I'm saying? Everybody quit playing Rose figures.
I feel like everybody dropped Rose at this point,
Yeah,
unless you're Jibbo or Justin Wong. If you're a content creator, you probably stop playing that character. Actually, I take that back. Brian's still playing her, but I don't think he's like. Obviously, that's not who he's gonna pick in tournament. It's just kind of like I'm doing this for fun, just to learn her.
okay. Filipino
But
man, you know.
oh yeah, Filipino man.
Yeah,
That's really it.
yeah.
Oh man, I forgot nephew, but again, he didn't pick her the entire time. So for CBT West, so
That's a character that's gonna take a while, I think, for people.
yeah, I mean she's gonna take a lot of time to develop. So, but we'll see if people actually stick with her.
And she's a fun character. I think she's fun.
She's all right.
I'm having fun playing her. I'll put it that way. I'm having fun playing her.
Hey, it's on record now. Let's come back to this. Let's come back to this.
Yeah, you
2
said
months from now.
look, you've been saying this for like 4 episodes straight now. And guess what? I'm still playing her. So you know.
Playing in quotation marks.
What do you mean in quotation? Bro, I was playing
You're not
before I
picking
got
her in tournament. You the times you did pick her. Actually, you did pick her in tournament one time and it went horribly.
look. Look, there's some matches I just won't play her in. Cough cough, Zangief, cough cough, Blanca. But you know, especially Blanca. Holy shit.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's no. If I can't punch Blanca balls, no. It's a negative Ghost Rider.
All
But
right.
yeah.
Well, anyways, well, shit. That's all I had for this week. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about before we head out?
Nah, that's it. That's all that happened. You wanna run the
Yeah.
set after this?
Fuck it. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. All right.
All right. Well, like I said, apologies for not having the guest this week, but like I said, next episode should be pretty good. Crossing my fingers that this doesn't fall through, and I have to make up something else for next time. But yeah, like I said, hopefully the guest comes through, and we will have a sick episode next week. So look forward to that. But in the meantime, where can people find you at, Tim?
You can find me on Twitter at 4H10. Right? Then you can also find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/4H_Tim. And yeah. Hey, go ahead and follow me on Spotify too. Y'all gotta recommend me some new music to listen to as well. So, Timothy Lamar Sharp Jr. on Spotify. So hit me up there as well.
And it gave out the whole government.
Not bad. I know. It's the whole Facebook shit. But dude, yeah. Y'all hook me up with music. Seriously. So yeah.
All right. Well, you guys can find me on Twitter at Boombox Hero, on Twitch at twitch.tv/Magnegro with a 0 instead of O at the end, and on YouTube, where this show also gets posted at youtube.com/C/Magnegro. If you guys have any suggestions about the show, please feel free to hit me up on Twitter or via email at #circlebackpodcast@gmail.com. And yeah, if you guys could take a second and review us on whatever podcast hosting service you're listening to us on, it only takes a second and goes to help get us get the show out there to more people. And yeah, if you like the show, share it with somebody. Retweet the tweets, send it, do whatever, man. Give us a shout out. But any love that you can give us, man, is greatly appreciated. So that's all I got. And yeah, hopefully we will be back next week. And with that, man, take it easy.
Hold on, whoa.
What?
You gotta answer this question for me right quick.
Okay.
Who's in Paris?
All right. Goodbye, y'all.
Wow.